Do you ever feel lost when you travel? Not just at the airport, but in English too. Native speakers use phrasal verbs all the time when they talk about taking a trip. Things like check in, set off, or look around. If you don't learn these phrasal verbs, you'll miss half of what people are saying. In this video, I'll teach you 10 phrasal verbs that you'll actually hear and use when you're traveling, with real-life examples to help you sound confident wherever you go. So let's get started. Our first phrasal verb is set off. This means to begin a journey, and we use it when you start traveling somewhere. You can set off by car, train, or plane, and it really focuses on the moment that you leave, not the journey itself. Here are some examples. What time are you setting off tomorrow? We are setting off early so that we don't hit any traffic. If you want to use set off in the past tense, it's the same. Yesterday, we set off at 6 a.m. to catch the sunrise on the road. So remember, to set off means to start your trip or to start traveling. The next phrasal verb is check in. This means to register or confirm that you've arrived at the airport or the hotel. You can check in online or you can go to the counter. For example, you could say, we decided to check in online for our flight. Or don't forget to check in at reception when you arrive at the hotel. Here's a tip. The opposite of check in is check out. And this is what you do when you leave a hotel. You return your keys and maybe pay for anything put on your room bill. Check in when you arrive, check out when you leave. The next phrasal verb is used for transport. We actually have two here, get on and get off. These two verbs are used when you enter or leave public transport. Things like buses, planes, and trains. For example, we got on the bus to get to the airport at 5 a.m. We got on the wrong train and ended up in the wrong city. That's when you're entering. And then when you leave, get off. When we got off the plane, we noticed how hot it was. Let's make sure we get off the bus at the right stop. So remember, get on means to enter the transport. Get off is to leave. The next phrasal verb is take off. We use this verb when a plane leaves the ground and begins to fly. Here are some examples. Fasten your seatbelt, the plane's about to take off. The plane took off 10 minutes late because there was heavy rain. So you'll notice the past of take off, took off. So remember, take off means to start the flight. The next phrasal verb is look around. This means to explore a place casually, usually walking or wandering around just to see what's there. You don't have any particular destination in mind. You're just going to look around and see what's about. For example, we spent the afternoon looking around the old town. So a synonym for look around could be explore or even sightsee. If you're enjoying this video and finding these phrasal verbs useful, please take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified every time I release a new English language learning video. Now let's continue with our next phrasal verb. Next up, we have stop over. This means to stay somewhere temporarily, usually on a longer journey. It's often used when we're talking about stops that we have between flights. It could also be used when you're taking a road trip and you stay somewhere for the night before continuing. We're not staying in this place for a long time. That's why we say to stop over. Here are some examples. We stopped over in Paris for one night before flying to Rome. Our journey is 10 hours, so let's stop over for the night halfway through. Here's a tip. When people are talking about long flights that are broken up with breaks, you'll often hear the word layover. For example, when I fly from Mexico to London, I often have a layover somewhere in the United States. So I might say, for my trip to London, I have a layover, or I'm going to stop over in New York. The next phrasal verb is get back. And we use this to talk about returning from a trip or holiday. You could say, what time do you get back from your holiday tomorrow? Or our flight arrives at midnight, so we get back really late. The past of get back, got back. We got back late last night. So to get back, this means to return home. The next phrasal verb is drop off. This means to take someone or something to a place and leave it there. It's quite a common phrasal verb that we use when we're traveling, maybe to the airport or the hotel or even a friend's house. Here are some examples. Could you drop me off at the train station on your way to work? The taxi dropped us off right outside the airport terminal. Or I dropped off my luggage at the hotel before exploring the city. And the next phrasal verb is the opposite to drop off, pick up. This is when you collect someone or something from a place. For example, I need to pick up my bag from the hotel before I go to the airport. The taxi is picking us up tomorrow at 7 a.m. There you have it. Drop off, leave someone or something at a place. Pick up, to collect something or someone. And our final phrasal verb is look forward to, a very common verb that we use when we are talking about how excited we are about something. So this is very often used when we're talking about holidays. For example, I'm really looking forward to my holiday next week. I'm looking forward to relaxing on the beach. I'm looking forward to exploring a new city. Notice how after look forward to, we either use a noun or an ing form. I'm looking forward to relaxing on the beach. I'm looking forward to exploring the city. I'm looking forward to my holiday. So the next time you have a trip or holiday coming up, try telling people what you're excited about, what you are looking forward to doing. So those are your 10 phrasal verbs that people use all the time when talking about trips and traveling. Now here's your challenge. Try writing some sentences in the comments below using as many of the phrasal verbs as you can. Why not tell me about a trip that you're planning to take in the future? I promise I'll read every single one and reply to your comment. And if you're looking to continue learning more useful English phrases that people use all the time, I recommend you check out this video next.